mobilizing non-stop as we should be every single day until Palestine is free from the river to the sea. And that is Jamil from the Palestinian Youth Movement.
When I say justice, you say how? Stop starving Gaza now! When I say justice, you say how? Break the siege on Gaza now! Stop arming Israel now! Arms embargo right now! Comrades! Friends, May has described the situation for our people in Gaza, which is beyond description. Today we're going to talk about three aspects of this genocide, their interconnectedness, and to understand what is happening to our people right now. The first story is about Zionism, the second story is about Western imperialism, and the third is about the complicit Arab states. Together, these three forces are responsible for the genocide. These are the enemies of the Palestinian people and all the free people of the world. Today, Netanyahu's office announced that they have plans to occupy Gaza City. This is where hundreds of thousands of our people shelter. Alongside Deir el-Balah, this is where the majority of Gaza persists under siege and endless starvation. The Zionists have stated that their conditions are as follows: the control of the entire Gaza Strip, the imposition of a civilian administration that is not the resistance or the PA, the disarmament of the resistance, and the return of the Zionist captives in Gaza. Let us be crystal clear about some of the lies and implicit truths within these statements. First, disarmament means surrender. Disarmament means that Gaza's people will be placed in smaller and smaller concentration camps and targeted, where they can be killed or face forced transfer south and out of Gaza. Disarmament is the same policy that the Western powers are seeking to enforce on Lebanon, where the south of the country remains occupied. This is, as has been said, a conversation between the sword and the neck. It is not disarm or we will kill you. The Zionist offer is disarm and then we kill you. When they say they want a new civil administration in Gaza, what they mean is that they should have their share of the profits of the complete dispossession and destruction of Gaza's infrastructure and lands. That they can build oil pipelines off the coast of Gaza, that they can take over the agricultural land and use it for export, that they can build railway stations and tourism hubs on our people's land. That is what it means. It also means surrender. Those are the terms they are offering. The second story is here at home. Witkoff and Trump confirmed yesterday that they plan to significantly increase the number of death traps in Gaza. The Western media calls these, quote, aid distribution sites. But we know the truth. The New York Times and others say that the rollout of these sites has been, quote, chaotic. That they show Israel's plan to distribute aid is, quote, failing. But failing means something is happening that you do not intend. It is the opposite. We know the truth. It is not chaos, but it is a system. It is a system to besiege the people of Gaza, to starve them, to kill them, and to staff those death traps with American mercenaries. This true intention devised months ago, according to new reporting, is to create a captive population that can be easily moved from place to place. How do we know this? Because the same companies, the same military contractors that devised the so-called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation prepared models and plans to forcibly move Gaza's people to Somalia. We must combat any attempt to hide the truth about what is happening, and we must be clear about the intention, which has been clear since the founding of the Zionist entity. Third and finally, the Arab states. We know that this genocide would not be possible without the complicity of the governments in the Arab world that have not stood with the Palestinian people, and we all know the exceptions to this rule. In the case of Egypt, they share a border with Gaza. They should have pushed and could have pushed their sovereign right to transfer aid through these borders by every means available to them, but they have not. Instead, they arrest every man and woman in Egypt that attempts to speak about the genocide. Sisi's son is a profiteer off the trafficking of humans and arms at the border. And just yesterday it was announced that the Israeli Leviathan natural gas field had signed a $35 billion deal to provide gas to Egypt. Last month as well, Egypt announced a UAE-backed water pipeline that would go to Al-Mawasi in Gaza. Who is getting this water? It is not Gaza's people. And so the question we must ask ourselves is why? Why are these plans being signed into law now and being announced now? What has Egypt promised Israel, and what has Egypt agreed to? This is what we must maintain as the source of our pressure. The only solution, as we've heard here and always, is the permanent isolation of Zionism across the globe. Sanctions. We call on every state that will descend on New York this September for the UN General Assembly to sanction Israel. We will mobilize there, and we invite you all to join us. But also, we cannot wait just for September. To these countries, we say follow the lead of the brave people of Colombia, the largest teachers union of which recently announced their boycott of the Zionist entity, and the government of which has ended all coal exports to Israel. We say follow the lead of the people of Morocco, who as we speak are mobilizing against the transfer of weapons through their ports to the Zionist entity. And of course the demand remains, sanction Israel now, let food into Gaza now. We need this action more than ever because Gaza needs us more than ever. Thank you.